What's in my one-way ticket suitcase? I'm 6 weeks into my trip and I have stayed in a mix of hostels, hotels, couch surfing and retreat places. I originally started with a carry-on backpack, the Osprey 40 litre Fairview backpack, which was really good. Um, and unfortunately, with my shoulder, I'm unable to continue with that backpack, so I've had to let that go, and I bought a cabin size suitcase, a little bit bigger than, say, what you can take on Ryanair as an example. I still need to check it in, but it's not, I'm not lugging large suitcases around cobblestone streets. So let's take a look at what's in my suitcase. So this is the suitcase I found in Greece. So far it's lasted me quite well over very gravelly kind of roads. And I'll go through, that's my main suitcase. I have this very light Patagonia backpack, which doubles as a tote when I want to in urban areas. It packs also into a small pouch, which is really handy. The only downside is it doesn't have, it's pretty floppy. So if you only have a few things in there, it's a bit hard to balance the weight. But for my purposes, it's really good. I love using packing cells and bags, and I don't particularly spend a whole lot of money on them. I try to use what I have. My toiletries bag was one of those investments, Sea to Summit, and it's so good. It's super light, super small. In here, I have my spare toiletries, like contact lenses, a lot of things you can obviously get when you travel, but things that are a bit harder, like contact lenses, I've got them all in there. And this one here is my first aid kit that I've put together: band-aids, some tape, some gauze for when I go hiking. Except the times that I've gone to hike or walked, I've forgotten this pack. So here is a little collapsible cup by Sea to Summit. My idea, and I've used it in such a way, when I've got some leftovers, I can put this in. So I can have food for breakfast. Ziploc bags, super important, very handy. Head torch, I left mine in Australia, hoping to reduce weight, and then I realized I wanted to get one while I travel, so I got one, and I haven't used it since I bought it. Couple of these locks, which are very handy to have when you're traveling in hostels, and lockers, and obviously the suitcase. My own supplements, these are a bit non-negotiable, that they are heavy to carry, but that are non-negotiable for me. It's just easier to carry with me. Tummy thing, upset things, vitamins, etc. And I made some of my own essential oil blends, like grounding ones, tummy. This is Thieves, which is good for immunity, and well, more disinfectant type of thing. And food wise, I carry, and I've collected a mix of different herbs, like ginger powder, black pepper. I've also got licorice. I've collected turmeric, cinnamon, which I've found really useful in making curries and things like that. And for me, miso soup packets have been a big lifesaver, and I just bite rice as I go. Handy to have a little knife. I picked it up in Greece. My laundry bag, this is a dry sack, a super light one, and I have used it as like a soaking bag. You've got undies and you just want to soak it for a bit. Brought a bit of my own homemade laundry powder as well, and some mesh washing bags, which is helpful when you're using public or commercial washing machines. Obviously my thermos. I also have this awesome kettle that is smaller in size, that is also a thermos shape, and I can boil hot water, because anyone who knows me or has hung around with me know I need my hot water. River shoes were really helpful when I was on the beach in Greece. Slippers, just a bit of comfort around home. Flip-flops, my Archies, especially going to showers in like hostels and things like that. I've got this, you'll see that the colors aren't really what I normally wear, but black, beige, that kind of color is just easy to travel and mix and match. So I got a few tops here. I have a couple of merinos and wool. Got a woolen jumper there. It's been really nice and fluffy. A merino skirt, a puffer jacket, a long one. I'm also wearing a summer dress, which has been really nice for, just to remind myself of my feminine essence. Swimmers, sarong slash towel slash hostel curtain. Very useful, very light. I do have a pair of gaiters there in case I do, but or walk in more muddy places. I haven't used them yet. And then pants. I've got these two are merino. This one's merino fleece. This is merino leggings. Summer pants, cotton, and a pair of jeans for when I travel. Singlets, t-shirt, and then here is my laptop, a spare phone screen protector because I tend to break them, and a few bits and pieces, obviously charging cords, a few dongles. This will be for like the Ethernet for when I set up my digital nomad office and things like that, and a few connectors. I've got two chargers. One is this and another is for my plugins. A spare battery, which I haven't really had to use. This is a neck pillow for airports, flights and long bus rides. I've only used it once on the international flight to come to Europe, but I'm reluctant to let it go at this stage. So that's essentially what I do have. I also have a scarf and a beanie that I use. So all this probably weighs around, say, I'm guessing the 15 to 18 kilogram mark. I use these packing cells. I've got a larger one and a small one, which is really good for clothing. So as you can see, that's my packing list for my trip. It has shrunk since I left Australia. I did do another video, but that one's a bit long. Yeah, I'd be curious to see how I go over the next 6 weeks. Also, as I get to know how I travel, how I slow travel over a long period of time. Ciao!